What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Rush to Mound podcast. I'm joined with obviously our boy Dickie. What's going on, Dickie?
How we doing?
And we got a very special guest today. I'm joined with my cousin, my fucking blood. We have Giovanni Micciche. What's going on, Gio? How are you?
I'm amazing, boys. Thank you for having me.
So we got Gio on here. He does content creation on YouTube, Instagram, all that fine stuff. You can go find him at Gio. But we basically wanted to get someone on here that isn't necessarily like involved in baseball whatsoever. I mean, Gio, how much baseball experience would you say you have other than maybe just walking by a Dodger game on the TV?
um, I've been to a few Dodger games. I played baseball as a kid. I was on your AYSO team, and I was the kid who was picking the grass and stuff while we were playing. So
Jared
uh,
did that in high school.
right. Yeah, very little. Yeah, it's kind of, I don't want to say hard for me to watch. Like, I'll pay attention more now and stuff, but I'm not keeping up the way you guys are for sure.
Have you paid attention to what happened today?
I saw on Jared's story Kershaw. I saw that.
So I want to start this off with a big shout out to the GOAT, Clayton Kershaw, the 3,000 strikeout club. It was I didn't think it was going to happen once it got to that fifth inning. But he went through the first 3 innings, no strikeouts, got one in the fourth, one in the fifth. Dave Roberts sent him back out there for the sixth. Big shout out. I've ripped Dave Roberts in the past for a few things, but letting Kershaw go back out there for this one and not really worrying about the win, but letting Kershaw get his personal win for the day at home in front of the Dodger fans, fucking huge. Shout out to Clayton Kershaw.
Just
Okay.
just to kind of like break down how big this is, G. 3,000 strikeouts for a pitcher. This game is 100 plus years old, and he is the 20th player ever to do that.
And
There's been
only the fourth lefty or fifth lefty to do it, and only the third pitcher ever to only do it for one team.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Mhm.
So like you got to think about how long this game has been played, and he's one of 20. Like that's fucking.
No, that sounds ridiculous. That's the one thing I'll give baseball. I feel like people may not give baseball credit, maybe because maybe it's slower pace, but it's hard, man. I couldn't imagine trying to hit that ball, and then not only that, trying to strike people out and stuff. And there's a lot of things that go into it. So I do give baseball respect. I'm not that guy who shit talks baseball and things like that.
When you say the pace can be sometimes slow, is there something that the game itself could do that could like either make it faster or just something different about it that would maybe entice it more for you, or is it just the type, or is it just like the kind of the monotonous, just repeat, rinse and repeat, like it's basically cut, bone, and dry baseball if you think about it.
I think it's more of I think it's more of a me problem, and I think it's more of like a other people problem. I think I need to expand my mind to understanding the game more, in all honesty, because when I hear you talk about it, I'm like, damn, there's a lot of things that it sounds like it goes into it and stuff. And hearing you even, we were in Discord with Ezra, and you were like commentating the college stuff, and I was like, damn, it does sound intense when he breaks it down that way. So it's more of a me problem. I need to like expand my attention span, and it's not a baseball problem. It's a me problem. I need to just sit down and pay attention more, I think.
Dickie, I was on a Discord with Ezra and Gio when
Yeah.
I was fucking great. I was losing my mind.
It
That
was
was the ball basically hit off the left fielder's fucking shoulder and then rolled
yeah.
into the corner. Oh my! I couldn't even concentrate on what I was looking
Gio in the national championship game, me and Jerry were golfing when Coastal fell apart in the championship game, and we were like, oh, dude, the game's on, let's turn it on, and then it was like 5 minutes later, it was like hit, 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 and we're like, this game's fucking over. Just turned it off and went back to golfing.
Right.
at. Horse swamp, bro. Like it was terrible to watch.
Yeah, it was the type of game that you would expect when the national championship game is played at fucking noon. What sport have you seen a national championship game played at noon on a
Right.
Just like
Sunday?
soccer, because it always happens in like Europe. So
Right.
that shit will be on at like 9 a.m. and people are
Yeah.
getting already.
Yeah. And that's the one thing that always interests me about baseball is like the skill difference. Like, you know, when I see a baseball team, even like Dodgers, it blows my mind how a team that to me an outside perspective looks so good, they lose like 10-0. I'm like how does that happen? I'm like this team on paper looks like a super team, but like I said, there's more things that go into it, you know, like on a night to night basis. It's crazy to me.
That's happening right now, dude. The Dodgers spent over $1 billion in the offseason, and we're losing to the White Sox right now, who last year set the record for the most losses ever in a season.
So how does something like that in baseball happen? I mean,
I just think it's like a lack of concentration on the day in and day out. They play every day. There's 162 games, so it's like in football where you only play like once a week, and it's like, all right, this shit matters. We got to lock in for 3 hours. Like
right.
they play every day, and it's just kind of like you let it slip away sometimes. Like somebody doesn't have a good outing, or the offense doesn't show up. A pitcher has a good day. It's just like a lot can go into it.
On I think it was Saturday. It was Saturday or Sunday. Me and Jared were with each other, and the Dodgers were getting spanked. And I told Jared, I was like, "Do you think there's days where they go out there and they're like, let's just get this over with. I don't want to be out here today, you know, like
Low key,
playing every day, you know."
low key. I
I
can tell
like.
you, dude, who's not gonna be playing for the next few days. That's Max Muncy, dude. He blew out his fucking knee today.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw.
Yeah.
Damn.
Runner slid. He stole third base and slid like head first. His head popped up, just went straight into kneecap. Just boom. They had to carry him off the end of the dugout.
Oh damn.
He was doing one of those like roll on the ground, look at the dugout, and he was like, just screaming into out that insane.
Right.
I like to think about it too, G, going back to like the getting blown out 10-0. I like to think about it as Dick even said it. They play almost every single day, 162 games. Imagine you doing something, the same thing, 162 days, like in a row. You're bound to fuck it up once. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna have those days where it's like, damn, I don't know. Like I
Yeah.
did the
Right.
work yesterday, and it somehow is just not working today. So
Right.
plus, baseball is one of those few sports where like barring injury, football, you're always gonna have your starting quarterback. You're always gonna have your like right tackle, offensive lineman, all of your like safeties, all that stuff. Baseball, you could have a different starting pitcher. You can have a guy catching that like takes a rest day. It's kind of like that ins and outs, and you need a full squad to be successful. And if one guy shits the bed, most likely you're gonna like fuck your team over. And that's one of the worst feelings as a baseball player, where you single handedly kind of lose your team in the game, and you know it.
Mhm.
Like your team goes out there and they score 7 runs, but you give up 9, and you're just like, "Fuck me!" Like, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
guys,
I've
that's
done that
on
a time
me.
or two.
It,
Um isn't that like obviously probably pitching is one of the most important, but like are Dodgers lacking pitchers or it just depends like, oh, we don't have our starting pitcher tonight type of
Everyone's
thing
hurt.
or oh,
They're
everyone's
pretty much
hurt.
their whole team is hurt. We have a full staff on the injured list. Tyler Glasnow, he's hurt. Blake Snell's hurt. Roki Sasaki's hurt. Um, that's just in the starters too. Our like half of our bullpen's hurt. Um, yeah, they just keep falling. And then we call up a guy from AAA that's supposed to be like a top prospect that we drafted. This is another thing with baseball, dude, is that like, like in football and basketball, when you draft a guy in the first round and you're like, he's going to come in and help impact us immediately. It's
Right.
not like that with baseball. Like you'll draft him the first, you'll see him like 2 or 3 years later, and sometimes they don't fucking pan out at all, dude. Dodgers, Bobby Miller, did we drafted him in the first round a couple years ago, and it was like, all right, like when if people get hurt, like this is the guy, this is the go-to guy. He throws like 99 miles an hour. He's like the worst statistical starting pitcher in baseball. And like, it just doesn't work out sometimes. And I'm a huge Bobby Miller fan. I got his jersey. Me and Jared both have the bobblehead, dude. Like we went to the game for bobblehead night. Like it's sometimes they just don't fucking pan out.
What's he doing now? Is he
He's
still
in
like
AAA. He's in the
uh
minors.
smoking weed in the fucking
Yeah,
minors.
yeah, dude. So Bobby's Snapchat got leaked from. Was he in college or was he already in the Dodgers, Jared?
Think he had just gotten drafted either.
And yeah, it was him with a blunt in his mouth, and he was like smoking that Mexico weed or something like that, dude.
that would be my worst fear if I ever somehow became somewhat irrelevant and my stuff gets leaked. Oh my god.
Bro got Laramie Tunsiled. That dude on the Dolphins.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
you're seeing it all the time now, even like with weird stuff. You'll see guys like get drafted first round, even like basketball, football, or whatever, and then like 2 weeks later, you'll see a video pop up on TikTok of like him just kissing another dude. You'll be like, "Whoa, like what? Like that's insane."
It's
This
way
isn't
different than
this
smoking
this
weed.
isn't baseball related, but even football players, Watson, just having these weird fetishes,
Justin
like
Tucker.
brother, the Tucker, like bro, you guys just messed your whole career up over. Like, come on now, guys.
Isn't that kind of weird how like your position kind of dictates your job security? It was like Deshaun Watson had like 90 allegations, and they were like, "All right, here's the fattest fucking contract we've ever handed out." And then Justin Tucker is like a kicker, and they were like, "Yeah, we're cutting you." And he's like, "I haven't even been found guilty yet." And they're like, "No, you're gone, dude. You're gone."
Yeah,
Please,
that's
fucking.
ridiculous.
Gio, quick question. I always like kind of like asking people this that don't really watch baseball, just because it kind of gives me a feel on where the sport's at. But give me your top five baseball players, just that you know, just off the top of your head.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Don't like overthink it to where you have to like, oh, I have to try to think of someone great name. No, like your top five baseball players just off the top of your head. Like, boom, go.
Uh, God, I should know this guy's name. Um, number 42. What's his name?
Oh yeah, that guy.
Jackie,
that guy, yeah.
Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson. What an inspiration, right?
Yeah,
Um,
apparently.
I'll say him. Babe Ruth,
There
right?
you go.
That's yep, yep. These are
I'm
good picks too. That's not even you're not even wrong.
holy crap. I'm gonna go Cody Bellinger. That guy looks like a chill vibe.
Yep.
Cody
The
Bellinger
the
looks like
big three.
someone Cody Bellinger looks like someone I could hang out with, Like
Yeah.
he's just a vibe who goes with the flow.
Yep.
Otani, gotta go Otani.
Hmm.
Okay.
What? That's four.
Hmm.
And then I'm gonna go Kike. He's another guy who's a vibe. He looks like he's a
Yep.
vibe.
I
Yeah.
wanted I wanted you so bad to end it with like Mike Trout or something because I wanted to do the army meme where it's like all the guys lined up and then the clown guy be like
Just
Cody.
Cody Bellinger.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
that's
terrible,
good.
bro. Like, there's people who like I could picture them, but I can't think of their name. Like, there was a couple Yankee guys who seemed pretty good, but
So this is perfect because sorry, Dickie, I feel like I'm just
No,
cutting off all questions, but
no, no, no. I'm vibing.
gee, let me ask you something. So when I say like Mike Trout, what does that mean to you in the realm of baseball? Like when I just say, "Oh, Mike Trout."
I know he's good. I know he's on a shitty team, Angels, right?
Mm.
He's
See, that's
loyal.
important. See, the
That man
fact
is
that you
loyal.
really ball like that, but you know that he's on a poverty franchise is actually really good ball knowledge out of you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, my girl's brother is an Angels fan. I feel bad for him. I was like, damn, bro.
Dude,
So,
you can go
so,
watch him play for $4. Tickets are
Yeah,
cheap as fuck, bro.
yeah.
so Mike Trout right now, since he's kind of like in that injury prone, like he's obviously old, but when we say like Mike Trout as like baseball guys and people that like obviously watch the sport as a religion, it would be you because you are mainly into soccer as your main sport. That would be saying like for baseball players, Mike Trout would be on the run. What Ronaldo, Dickey in like the baseball world, especially like
Nah, no, no,
older.
no, no, no. I got a better one. Neymar, because Neymar hasn't won anything, right?
Neymar was the kind of player where he he won early in his career, but he left to PSG, and then that's where his career kind of started to go downhill. He got
Yeah.
injured,
So a great player, just no ships to back it up in the late
a
half of
great
his career.
player. He won some trophies and stuff, but it should have been better, man. He should have, yeah, should have panned out better.
Yeah, because
Mike,
like Trout's got a couple MVPs and shit, a couple Gold Gloves, so he's got some trophies, but just no World Series ring.
but there was a point. But there was a point for 7 years. Straight, you asked anybody that watched baseball who the best baseball player in the world was. They all said Mike Trout.
Oh yeah,
And like he was like a 1 year, 2 year. No, this was like 7 years of pure just like either he was winning the MVP or he was runner up. There was
Mhm.
no either or. So
And
when
it
I
took
say
Otani.
like,
Good.
so no, go ahead, Dickie.
No, finish your sentence.
No, it's more of like when we talk like goats, first ballot Hall of Famer type of person, like they're gonna put a statue in front of Angel Stadium of this guy. That's like what Mike Trout is. And I think some people I want to know because obviously you said it perfect, really good, like very good talent, just on a terrible team. It's funny because other people hear Mike Trout's like, oh, like he's the only guy that plays for the Angels, right? Like he and they don't understand, like, no, dude, you're talking about like a fucking like a guy. And it would
Yeah.
kind of be like he's not on messy terms with soccer because obviously he's not Mike Trout isn't like the number one overall goat like Messi is, but it would be people being like, "Oh, Messi isn't like he pretty good at soccer?" You'd be like, "What do you mean? He's like the guy for soccer." It's kind of like that same realm. So it's interesting to hear like guys' takes on that, or even if they're even aware of like how great he is or was.
How old is Mike Trout?
What would you say, Dickie? 34, 35?
Yeah, I was gonna say 34. Yeah.
I got you right here. Don't worry. 33.
Ah,
And and for baseball, what's like the age where because you said he's old. I mean,
You could argue that, and honestly, I thought Mike Shaw was way older than this. I thought, like I said, I thought he was 35, even
ah.
33 too far off. But you have guys that are still putting up very good career seasons in their late 30s, early 40s. Like you can have a guy in their early 40s still put up like a 30 homer season,
It'll just
which
depend
that's
on the health. Like if
like
Mike Trout can stay healthy for a few years, he could probably play till he's like 38, 39.
so a 30 home run season is considered like pretty good in baseball.
depending on what you are.
Yeah.
Say like you're a power hitting first baseman and all you really do is like your goal is to get up there and score runs and hit homers. A 30 homer season can be considered good, but it's also like there's maybe more left on the table. If you're a starting shortstop and your main goal is to like lead the infield and make all the plays and not make errors and not necessarily hit all the home runs, but you hit 30 plus jacks, like yeah, you're a guy. Like you're a dude.
Right.
So Trout is signed through the 2030 season where he'll be 38.
Dude, he's literally going to be Mr. Angel. They're going
He
to call
signed
him
a
Mr.
12-year, $426 million deal.
Gio. Dude, I don't like the Angels are bad, bro, but they're one of those teams to where like you can't even exaggerate how bad they are, bro. They've been bad since 2003.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't even blame Mike Trout because I would have folded too. Like, if I'm on a bad team, I'm like, you know what, bro? I'm going to secure this bag. Ah, man.
A
It's
lot of
kind of
people,
weird though. His contract. I'm looking at this. He has a full no trade like clause. If I played
yeah,
for a shit team, I'd probably have a trade clause in there with a few teams in mind. Be like, yeah, Yankees, Dodgers. You want to trade me to those guys? That's fine.
dude, me and my dad when we first saw this deal when he signed it, we almost fainted. Like, oh, he was like committed to the Angels because he's also one of those guys to where he didn't fall in like to the second round when he was getting drafted. It wasn't like that disrespectful, but it was kind of like a Lamar situation. Like Mike Trout was good as shit. Everyone knew he was good as shit, and he didn't go like top five or even top 10. He went like pick number 22 in the first round, and the Angels picked him. So
Mhm.
there is kind of maybe like that loyalty factor in him where he's like, hey, all these other teams passed up on me when I was available. Like, I'm going to stick with the team that gave me my chance. But there's also a point where you have to consider, like, holy fuck, the team that took a chance on me is utter tits. Like, they're
Especially in
fucking.
a league where legacy's kind of talked about by rings.
I feel like that's every sport. I mean, that definitely leaves a stamp on like anybody. I mean, if like for example Charles Barkley. I mean, people like he's a great player, but he didn't win any rings. You know.
Can I give a controversial take? Because I know I'm definitely out on the like the non-popular side on this opinion. But for baseball goat status, I think rings are less important than other sports.
You don't think that Kershaw started getting like a little bit less like of that like playoff choke shot? Like you don't think even though he didn't really contribute to the two rings that he has, like you don't think that his legacy is kind of like elevated by finally winning like the World Series and then getting that second one just for the cherry on top?
My thing is, what would they say if it was flipped and Kershaw literally never lost a single playoff game, but every other starter that wasn't Kershaw was losing the game and he never got a ring? What would they say? Oh, you choked in the playoffs? No, it's just like you never had the opportunity to win. So it's kind of like that thing, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Like, what if I
Yeah.
go out there and absolutely shove and our team just didn't win? Does that make my playoff like invalid because I didn't get a ring?
Mhm.
Like, no. Like, I understand that he shit the sheets for like a good couple years. I'm not taking any. I had to watch the fucking games. Are you kidding
Yeah.
me? I was over here crying in Gio's arms one of the years. No, I'm joking. But it's more of like I truly think with baseball, rings aren't really considered like, oh, that cements, like it does cement you as your legacy, but it doesn't keep you out of the Hall of Fame by any means. I feel like with basketball and like hockey, if you don't have a ring, you're almost it's very hard for you to get in the fucking Hall of Fame. It's
Yeah.
damn near impossible in my opinion. Like as where football and all that, you can kind of get away with it because it's so team oriented. It's so much on the team. You can be a defensive tackle and get 8 sacks and still lose the football game, but you were the best player on the field. It's like
I
you
do think
can't
that
really
Cam
help
Newton
that.
would get a lot less hate if he jumped on that ball and they win the World Series or and they win the Super Bowl.
I'll tell you, dude. You've known my opinion on that subject since it happened and we were together. I was like, dude, you're in the Super Bowl. I don't give a damn if you jumped on the ball and it was 4th and 13, 4th and 15. I don't give a damn. You're
Yeah.
literally the best quarterback. You're the best player in the league. You jump on that football and give yourself a shot. I'm sorry, and I know
Yeah.
we're
But
not
if he
talking
jumps on that
baseball
and they win
anymore.
that game, then maybe Cam Newton still maybe he's still playing somewhere.
Don't-
Honestly, when it comes to me, like I said, from a more outside perspective on baseball, I feel like at least for me, rings don't really matter compared to more like I feel like the number one sport in my opinion where rings matter is basketball because everybody that's like the biggest conversation. Oh well, Michael Jordan has 6 rings. Oh, LeBron James only has 4.
Yeah.
Um, I don't really hear that argument. I don't know who the argument. You guys could tell me. I don't know who the argument is in baseball. Like, oh well, this so and so has more rings than so and so. I don't really hear that much. I never hear people talk about that.
the greatest baseball player of all time doesn't have a ring. So what about that? Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds doesn't have
Yeah.
a World Series.
And he has the home run record.
And everyone says Gio unanimous. Even like guys that don't play or have never played against him, the greatest hitter to ever play baseball was Barry Bonds, and he doesn't have a World Series ring. And that kind of proves
Ken
my point.
Griffey,
Like Ken Griffey, another one, doesn't have a World Series ring.
Mike Trout. Yeah. Okay, I see your point in baseball, I guess, because it is a 40-man or 26-man roster. That's hard to blame one
But
guy for not having rings for 25 other guys.
but you can all and not to sorry, I have so many thoughts going on to try to but to add on to what you just said, Dickie, it kind of goes the same for not every single person on those Yankees dynasty teams deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry. Just because they have 3, 4 rings does not mean they're a Hall of Fame player. They were on a Hall of
No.
Fame team doesn't mean they were a Hall of Fame player. Just like not every single person on that Patriots Super Bowl dynasty in the early 2000s is a Hall of Fame football player by any means. They were just on a dynasty Hall of Fame team.
It's true.
Basketball, I think, and hockey. Basketball and hockey are completely different because I truly think you can pop takeover. You can literally have a guy drop 60 points in basketball, or you can have a guy in hockey score 3 or 4 goals. Like you can pop takeover. That's where I think the difference is of rings because you can single handedly influence the way your team does by how good you do. Baseball, you can go out there and throw 8 scoreless innings, have 10 strikeouts, and then your closer goes out there and gives up a walk-off home run. Like you did all you could and it wasn't enough. So it's like, I don't know. Baseball's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You guys
agree
want
with that.
Gio? You wanna play a little game?
Let's play a game. Let's do it.
So I gotta guess the stat, right? So there's 5 abbreviations for baseball stats, and I want you to try to figure out what these words mean,
Oh my
right? So the
god.
first one we got ERA.
Dickie, this is a beautiful game, by the way.
I want to cheat so bad. Um, ERA.
Fernando Tatis staring at that needle.
Give maybe like what position or maybe what it like
What do you think
applies to.
what do you think ERA stands for? I'll give you a hint. It's a pitcher stat.
I just is it some kind of error? Maybe error. I don't know.
Nah, it stands for earned run average. So your earned run average is calculated by the amount of runs you give up, and then they divide it by every 9 innings. So if you give up 1 run over 9 innings, your ERA is a 1. If you give up 9 runs over 1 inning, your ERA is a 9. So on and so forth.
Okay.
So that one's ERA. Next one we got RBI.
Oh, that's the runners you put on base, right, or something like that.
Mm.
Runs batted in. Yeah, very close.
Oh,
So
oh,
if
runs
there's runners
batted
on
in.
base and you hit them in and they score on while you're up to bat, you get the runs batted in.
Okay, there you go. That counts as a point for me.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
No.
For sure.
Third one we got OBP.
My God, dude.
There's only
I,
5. There's like 3 more.
I have no clue. OBP, OBP.
On
On.
what would be? Think of baseball. What
The,
B would be
I
in
was
the stretch.
thinking on base percentage.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The percentage of the
Don't
amount
be
of time
don't
you
be
get on
looking down at that
base.
keyboard, baby. Don't be looking down
I
at that
am.
keyboard.
I'm over here typing and shit. Huh?
This one is it's this one's spelled or set out. It's whip, but it's spelled WHIP.
Bro.
This
Diggy, that's hard. I thought you were gonna go like
is my
K.
hardest one. This is the hardest one.
I thought you were gonna go like K. Like, what does K mean?
K is a strikeout.
Yeah,
There.
I'll give you that one as a
Uh,
bonus. I'll put K in there.
whip. Whipping ass. I have no idea, bro.
It's walks and hits. The amount of walks and hits per innings pitched.
She was like, "Oh yeah, I definitely
Yeah,
fucking
so
know
it's
that."
walks and hits per innings
You
pitched.
want to know something sad about me too? Is like, bro, for the longest time, I didn't understand like when the pitcher throws the ball and like in like the either it was a strike or what's it called again, the
A ball.
a strike or a ball, you know. So like on the TV they have it down there. I didn't understand what those numbers were for the longest time, you know how they're
Like two
allowed.
strikes.
Yeah, 2 strikes, 3 balls or whatever. I didn't know that. I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
So like a high pressure situation where it's like 3-2 and he has to throw a strike. You would just be sitting there like, all right, like here.
Yeah,
Sounds
seriously.
good. All right, your last one is HBP.
It has to do with something with home runs, right?
Mm.
No,
No.
it's a batter stat. It's a hitter stat though.
HBP. Bro, I don't know, bro. I
This
have
one is
no idea.
hit by pitch. Hit by
Oh,
pitch.
hit by pitch. I couldn't imagine getting hit by a pitch.
Could you wear
Yeah, that was
98
painful.
miles per hour into the ribs?
No. No, absolutely not. I didn't even like getting hit by the soccer ball or none of that. No.
Dude, headbutting, dude, that looks fucking rough.
Hey, how about this, G? You're right here, got your batting stance, pitcher's in front. All of a sudden, the ball's getting thrown at you. You go to tuck because it's high and in, and it blasts you on your hand. Just blows it the fuck up.
Bro, I've seen videos of guys. Not only that, but it's just scary when, like, the guy even hits the ball and the pitcher, like, the ball goes straight to his face. Like that's scary to me. I've seen all those videos.
Dude, that was my biggest fear as a pitcher. Was comebackers, bro. I took a ball at the school that Jerry went to. He wasn't there at the time. It was my last year of college. We were playing out in Colorado Mesa, and I was getting rocked in the first inning, dude. Just fucking lit up. And they have a guy, Jerry. You know where Julian? What organization he's playing in now?
Boyd?
Yeah,
Couldn't tell you.
dude. He's in some pro ball organization now. But he hit a line drive off my shin that was like bruised and bumped for like the next 3.5 weeks.
I took a line drive off the top of the thigh one time in like a tournament when we were playing in like upper like Northern California. I think it was like Tahoe or something. And I remember I got hit on the thigh, and I remember walking to the dugout, and I was like, and I was like, was fucking crying, dude. That shit hurt so bad.
Shit. Well, thanks for playing Guess the Stat G. I got one more game for you later on. I promise you have to put zero thought into it. Well, maybe a
Okay.
little thought, but it's not even a base. It has nothing to do with baseball.
All
It's
right.
just it's
Cool.
a feel good blind rank.
And you know what? That's probably something that maybe turns people off from baseball too. Just there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Whereas soccer, I feel like it's probably easier to kind of get into. You just have to worry about like offsides, penalty kicks, but realistically, it's guys kicking a ball around, But baseball, there is a lot of stuff that goes into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that too, but it's so like it's such a statistics game to where like any game, if you broke it down like that, it could get statistics. Like for soccer, PK kicks from the corner, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. It's like percentage wise, PK kicks corners that are made, or anything it can get statistical if you break it down. I just think baseball is super statistical, where it's like, holy fuck, do we really need to know how many walks we have per innings pitched on the nine? It's like, dude, okay, relax. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, Gio, I want you to do. We're gonna do a blind rank without knowing what's coming next.
Okay, let's do it.
We're gonna do playoff atmosphere.
Playoff atmosphere. Okay.
Okay, Dickie, this is your part of this. We got March Madness.
If you don't mind me asking, is it ranked out of how many spots?
5.
Oh, 5 spots. March Madness. I'm gonna put that at 2.
I'm gonna also go to. I love March Madness. The 64 team bracket, dude. There, you don't get that anywhere else.
Okay, we're gonna go the NFL playoffs.
4. My team's
Yeah.
never in it, so
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go 4, bro. I feel like the U.S., bro. There's only a few specific sports franchise where they really ride out, and USA's weak when it comes to their fan. Like NFL, yeah, I'm gonna go low. I'm gonna go 4 then.
Mm, okay, let's go MLB playoffs.
5.
Yeah,
1.
speak your truth.
um, I'm trying to think of what else you may put on the list.
Come on now.
I'll put it 3. I'll put it 3.
Okay, NBA playoffs.
God. Damn, I should have put that shit 5.
Yeah, I'm going 5. That shit's like a month and a half long, bro. Yo, the Dodgers came back and won. What the fuck?
I guess I have to put NBA playoffs. NBA playoffs 1.
All right, and for the final one, World Cup.
Oh damn. Uh, that one's number 1, but I have to go 5 since that's my last spot.
So that's my 3. So Gio, you have what was your 1? ML or NBA?
NBA. I didn't think Joe was gonna
NBA.
put World Cup, honestly.
So you went NBA, March Madness, NFL,
No, 3. I put
World.
baseball.
Oh, baseball, and then NF or
And
yeah,
yeah,
World Cup.
NFL and then World Cup's 5.
All right, cool. I got MLB 1, March Madness 2, World Cup 3, NFL 4, NBA 5.
Realistically, though, World Cup's number 1. Is there's not even
No, it's
no.
number 5. G, come on, it's
No, 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 no. No, okay, okay. For the blind rank, yes, but in all reality, I'll die
If
on
you can
that
go
hill.
back and yeah,
World Cup is number 1. There's no debate. I'm sorry.
no, that's fair. It's a good
Jared
blend.
Jared got to experience a little bit for this World Cup and hopefully for the 2026 World Cup. USA, the World Cup's gonna be here, so maybe he could catch a USA game or something. But there's nothing like the World Cup, man. I'm
How
telling
much do you
you.
think those tickets go for?
Fuck, probably a lot. I
I had to
don't know.
knock their family off a cliff, bro. Paris tied it up, and they were all just like, bro. I was like, guys, we're good, bro. Low was cracking. All
It's so stressful.
So stressful. I don't blame them, bro. I don't blame them, bro. Especially with like Argentina being in the final, like probably crazy, unimaginable feeling.
I want to pivot. I want to try something new here. I want to try a little giveaway. Um, so if you, and I'll post this clip too, just in case that we're not watching all the way through. I want to go. So Jose Altuve today.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm sorry. Go
I know
ahead.
we hit. Oh, you're good. I want to try a little giveaway. I've been getting into some baseball cards, getting some cool ones. Jose Altuve today. He passed Hall of Famer Jeff Bagwell for second place on career hits for the Houston Astros. So Jeff Bagwell still has more career hits, but in terms of in a Houston Astros jersey, Altuve is now number 2 on the list. And I just so happened to pull a Stars of the MLB Jose Altuve card. I don't fuck with the Astros. So if you like and share the video that we post on this one, you get your name entered into the raffle. We'll pull it on Instagram as well, so you know it's not rigged, and you win yourself a Jose Altuve card. And just so there's not just one winner, and I also don't have any use for this card as well. I also pulled a Manny Machado Stars of the MLB card. So that one's also getting in, and then this one's pretty cool. But I pulled 3 of these, so I'll just also give. Well, we're gonna enter one to give away as well. And that's a Kumar Rocker rookie card.
The Kumar Rockers have been going crazy.
That's what I'm saying. So you like and share the video that we post on the Instagram. You're gonna get your name entered into a raffle to win the Altuve, Machado, or Kumar Rocker. There'll be 3 winners. Drop a and then after we'll hit you up that you won. Send us your address. We'll send you the card, or we can link up, get you your card. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Dickie. We're also going to send the winner out to City Field for 3 nights to watch the Mets play. It's going to be a fucking $10,000 all-paid trip. No, dude, low-key, I might enter that raffle myself. I'm going to need those cards. You didn't offer them to me, but you'll offer them to randoms that just don't
The
even...
video gets
That's
shared, dude.
fine.
Your name gets entered in the fucking
Yeah.
hat. So
Yeah, that's fine, for sure.
yeah.
That's great.
What's up with your YouTube channel? What's going on with that these days? What's you looking like?
YouTube has not been my focus this year. I still post on like Instagram, TikTok whenever I honestly feel like it. I'll do videos on there. Yeah, have not been on YouTube much, man. Content creation is I would say hard. I give you guys a lot of props. I mean, content creation is not easy. I give anybody credit who honestly sticks with it consistently, because it takes a different level of just mental strength, man, because it's very easy to get discouraged in that. So I give
You want
props
to
to
drop your
anybody
handle?
who does it. My handle? My Instagram is IamGeo. GEEOOO.
There you go.
Count me out.
Drop a
Count me
follow.
out.
Well,
It'll be tagged in the video. So
thank you.
shoot him a little follow.
Hey,
Good
count me
content,
out.
dude. I'll be laughing at your reels, brother. Fucking hilarious.
Thank you.
Hey, trying to fucking talk here. No, I'm
Oh
joking.
yeah.
I was like, hey, G, let me be honest with you. Dickie hit me up a couple days. He goes, hey, you want to shoot a pod with Geo? But he spelled it Geo, like your handle. And I'm like, okay, whoever the fuck that is, that's fine. And we literally confirmed it today. Like, okay, we got Geo on later. I was like, all right, let me like know something about him. Like, where did he play? All this stuff. He goes, brother, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, dude, I don't know who this Geo guy is. He goes, your cousin? I'm like, oh, dude, I'm on Mars. There's no way.
Let me read you the text. Gonna get an episode in this week. Geo? Question mark. Bet I'm good with that. And I said today, anytime after 5. He said, or anytime after 5, he's good with. Does that work? Think that should be good. And he goes, what's the backstory on this guy? I just said LMAO. He goes, wait, I'm confused. Do I know him? I said, brother in Christ, it's your cousin. He goes, oh, Geo. So then I said this fucking meme. If I can see if this pops up.
You want to know something? Like, I don't know why I made my my account name GE. I just thought it looked better. I don't know why I did that, but my name is spelled GIO. That's probably where the confusion came. How you said
Maybe.
GE.
I said
don't know.
Geo. He was like, yeah, what's the backstory?
He basically using it like your handle because all the other people he was sending me to that we were gonna like end up either hitting up or wanting to film with, they were like Instagram handles or some were just by name. So when he sent it like GEO, I was like, who the fuck is that? I was like, all right, bet. Like, let me know, where did he play at college and all that. He goes, dude, it's your cousin. I'm
He
like,
played
Which
at
is dumb though, because I have Gio's contact saved as GIO. So
he played at MSJC, you know.
yeah.
Fucking first semester dropout.
oh god, wait, you were a ball player.
Uh, yeah, man. Yeah.
I fuck with it, dude. I fuck with it.
But yeah, I mean, how have you guys been feeling about you're a podcast and everything? Have you guys been? I don't want to say going through that struggle. I mean, I feel like everybody kind of maybe goes through it. I don't want to say discouragement, but I mean, it's I feel like harder than people give credit to. I feel like.
I think it's just getting people that are either have the time or just wanting to actually come talk to us. I think me and Dickie maybe could be doing more in regards to like production wise. I know my end of it. I definitely could be doing more, but I wouldn't say like I struggle wanting to do the podcast or I struggle like, oh, bro, I got to talk about baseball again. Because realistically, me and Dickie do this whether we're chilling together on the couch, drinking at a bar. Like, this is what we do. We just talk ball.
Talk ball.
So I think it's more of just like committing more to it, like Dickie said, and just like upgrading to the shit that we eventually want to start doing. We want to start doing this in person. Like, me and him are in the same room doing this, but we just know that kind of takes time and money. So we just got to be patient. The one thing that we both agreed on, that was the main thing, was just keep doing it and keep posting regardless if we think the content is where it wants to be. We just got to keep consistent with it, because the minute we take a month, 2 months off, we're never going to want to hop back and do it again. So it's mainly just us keeping one of us, like us keeping one another accountable in like the whole.
I think the next step for us is getting guests on, because we got a couple guests lined up, and I'm really really cool ones, dude. Real excited for it. But I want to start dipping into guys that we don't even know. You know, like, because every guest that we've had on, either both of us have known or one of us is known. But I think it'd be like really cool. Like I was telling Jared, I was like, I kind of want to hit up and DM everybody that was on LSU's baseball team that won the national championship, and just see if anybody wants to hop on and talk about the national championship. And like, none of us will know them, but it's like just branching out and getting comfortable with strangers, basically. That because it's real cool to like sit here and talk, because it's like we did it with OTGC. We do it in person all the time, where it's like where we just like, it's just easy to talk to people, I want to see how we do it with people that we don't know, and because that's going to be like seeing how far we can take this. So
Yeah, just keep stepping out of your comfort zone for sure, and yeah, hit up people. Who cares? And uh, the sucky part is like, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of people who don't reply, but whatever. Just use it as motivation. Be like, guess what? When this takes off, I don't want to see you in my DMs. No, I'm playing, but just so that kind of mindset. But that's also good that you guys are on the same page when it comes to holding each other accountable. And because it is true, once you go a month, 2 months, it's like it's kind of hard to get back on it. So just, yeah, so that's good.
we did have because we set a goal. Like earlier, I told Jared, like when we started this, I was like, dude, by the end of the year, like I want to get somebody that's in the bigs on here. And it just kind of so worked out that one of the guys that we knew from high school, he was in the minors when we did the interview, and then like 2 weeks later debuted in the bigs. So we posted him a few times, but it's like we have an episode now with a dude that's playing in the major leagues, and like that was super fucking cool.
Yeah. Well, he went to what school again? I think I saw that post.
He went to West Valley High School, and then he went and played college at UC Riverside, and now he's on the St. Louis Cardinals.
Damn, that's crazy. Put in the small town on the map.
Oh yeah, first guy from Emmett,
Yeah.
man.
It's one of those things too, G, is that we don't even like. Me and Dickie aren't even butthurt, or we don't hold guys to like. There's been times we reach out to people and we're just waiting for responses, or we just haven't really linked up yet. And it's not even like a fuck you type of thing. It's just more of like, bro, we just want to talk to people.
And
So
if you don't
if
want
you
to do
guys
it, bro, that's fine.
Yeah, if you guys are willing to sit down and talk to us, you guys do not owe us shit. So it's more of those people that even don't respond or don't want to do it. There is no hard feelings because I get it. I don't know how I would feel if I was approached by someone I didn't know and they asked me to come talk to them for an hour about something that they might not even know what they're getting into. They think it's a baseball podcast, but if I ask a question, it's like, "So how does it feel?" And they're just like, "Oh shit!" Like, bro, this guy knows way too much about me. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I just don't want there to be any hard feelings because from me and Dickie's side, we even talked about this a couple of weeks ago, where it's like I truly am not or feel butthurt or feel any type of way for people not wanting to come and do the podcast. It's really not.
Because we've had a few guys like that where they initially say yes and then it kind of falls out or they just don't respond and it's just like, all right, cool, like on to the next.
Whatever. It's really
Yeah.
cool.
Still
Wait,
wish
so
them the
there
best in their careers.
you've already had people who have like at least responded and then they just don't respond after that?
Bro, I've had people open up DMs, seen it, no response. But it's like, I get it, so I can't even. It's really not like oh, dude, how dare they do this to me? Because it's almost like, bro, who am I? It's like I'm asking so much out of them.
Yeah. Because
I
it's just
don't.
for pure vibes, dude. It's like if you don't want to vibe with us, dude, you don't want to vibe. That's fine. You don't want to hop
We're
on
just gonna
camera, it's cool.
we're just gonna bring them on and play games with them. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to know something is it is not the biggest deal in the world, but like I said, once you guys get to that next level, the followers start coming. It's like the snowball effect. Guess what? Those same guys, they're gonna be replying. It's just unfortunate in the beginning stages when you're not getting, I guess you could say, the like credit you deserve, and the hard work, and all that stuff, and just leaving you on red. So yeah, don't let it even affect you or nothing. Hell no.
it's one of those weird, and I don't know how you feel about it, Dickie, but it is one of those weird situations to where it's like, oh yeah, me and Dickie do put time into this. We're obviously committed, but it's almost like, do we truly like deserve, like, bro, we haven't even cracked 50 episodes yet. Like, we're still very new to
Yeah,
this, so
I'm still using the free trial of this fucking app, so.
yeah, so it's like we definitely
Right.
gotta we gotta take it with a grain of salt, and we do have to realize, like, bro, we are kind of just like with baseball, bro. You're given nothing. Like, you're not entitled to shit. So it's kind of like, how are you gonna act like people are supposed to want,
Right.
or how are you supposed to act like, oh, who's gonna want to make edits or do all this stuff? Like, no one wants to do that stuff, but it's kind of shit that just like has to be done. So it's whatever. I'm fine with it. I'm content with it. I obviously do this because I like talking ball and I like talking with Dickie and I like interviewing people and picking their mind about the game. So, I mean, I'm really in a good spot about it. So.
Yeah. That's good.
Which leads me into well, not leads me. I was
Which
gonna make a
is my
transition
next
into this.
subject. Why I'm gonna kill myself?
Yeah. No, I was
Right.
gonna I was gonna be like leads me to the next topic, which has nothing to do with that topic, but it's our blind rank. You ready for another blind rank, Gio?
Yeah, let's do it.
And this has nothing to do with baseball. Ready?
Okay.
I'm gonna throw you. You could take 9 guesses on what this is gonna be right now. You're not gonna get it.
Okay.
We're gonna blind rank Pop Tart flavors.
Okay. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
We're gonna blind rank Pop Tart flavors because I went to my mom's house for lunch today. She lives like 5 minutes from my work, dude. And I opened the pantry and there was a big old box of Pop Tarts. I was like, dude, Pop Tarts are slept on. I haven't had a Pop Tart in a minute. So
Strawberry flavor number 5. No, okay.
the first one's fucking strawberry, frosted
Is it
strawberry. Yeah.
5?
Frosted strawberry number 5. Are you serious?
I'm being dead serious. I've never been the biggest fan of that.
Next one we
That's
got s'mores.
S'mores is top 3. I'm gonna put that too.
2,
Especially
maple and brown sugar.
I've never had that, but it doesn't sound that good. I'm gonna put it 4.
Yeah, I recommend that one. If you have, I would recommend trying that one.
Really?
As a kid, dude, I was the same way. I was like, oh fuck, this one sucks, and now it's like my favorite one. Next one we got cookies and cream,
Fuck 1.
which leaves us with the last one, frosted blueberry.
What is that, 3?
So that's your 3.
That doesn't sound too bad.
God. This is the worst list I've ever heard in my
All right, hit me
life.
with it, Jared. What's your You should have been doing it along with it.
I was trying to give my answer for strawberry, and then you just moved on.
Oh yeah, that's you know what? That's on me. I'll wear that one.
I was like, you know where I would put strawberry? You're like, at
Yeah,
number two.
I was kind of breezing through that. Well, yeah. Here, all right. Forget you heard that. Frosted strawberry,
Two,
s'mores,
four,
cookies and cream,
five. That shit tasted like
maple and
dirt.
brown sugar,
One,
frosted blueberry.
three. The
Maybe.
maple and brown sugar, let me tell you, the reason why you guys maybe, and Gio said you never had it, so that doesn't count. But Dickie, maybe the reason why you were a kid and it wasn't like doing what it was supposed to be doing because you didn't heat it up.
You put it in the
You,
toaster.
bro, you put that bitch in the toaster. Oh my gosh, you might as well just
Life
like, bro.
changing, bro.
I was on K Jewelers, bro, looking for a wedding ring for a Pop Tart.
Dicky
Yeah,
Dicky just strikes me as a person who doesn't warm up his food. So
I used to eat like cold pizza, bro.
dude,
yeah,
can I go with you? Dickie, I'm not even joking, was king for like some cold pizza, like you just said, and that shit would always just rub me the wrong way. I'd just be
Yeah,
looking at
I would like be eating a cold pizza and I would look over and Jer's just like, just in disgust, bro.
I've never
I,
understood those people. I've never ate a cold pizza in my life. Like I don't
dude,
know.
there's like cold chicken.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like chicken on the bone can pull it out of the fridge and just there's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no
I was a sick motherfucker, dude.
Dickie was also the guy that was like, "Hey, can you run me by?" This was before school. One time, I drove him to school. Our senior, well, his senior year, my junior year. He literally told me, "Take me by Circle K. I need to pick up some breakfast." This man walks out with a coffee that he like made. He walks out with a Monster, a bag of chips, and like two fucking candy bars. And he goes, "All right, like
Snickers,
I got
baby.
I got my breakfast." And I'm like, if I ate that for my breakfast, I'd fucking pass out.
Yeah, high school was a time, bro. High school
You're
was a
like
time.
you're like the kids who freaking wake up and they're eating hot Cheetos at 7 in the morning. You know?
There were people like that, dude. Do you remember walking in? You guys probably had it at fucking San Jacinto too, dude. Like when you walk in and there's like people already. It's like first thing in the morning. They got the Snapple and hot Cheetos, but they
Yeah.
dumped a whole bag of Skittles in the Snapple. Dude, it was diabolical. And
Dude,
I was walking in with like my coffee and candy, like it was any different. But
back when I was on my COD grind, bro, like actually playing when me and dude COVID era, Dickie, there was this guy that I was playing with one time, and he was like addicted to Dr Pepper, even more than you, Dick, like addicted to it. And he said like sometimes when he was like deep like grinding, he would be drinking his Dr Pepper, crack a new one, go to bed like 5 minutes later, and sometimes he would just wake up and drink that same Dr Pepper like straight up from like waking up, just
dude, I haven't
wake
had
up.
any in like 9 days now. I've had caffeine. I haven't smoked weed. What else?
You still gay?
Yeah, yeah,
What in
yeah.
nine?
Still
Wait, 9 days? You said you haven't?
9.
You haven't smoked weed?
Mm.
Really?
So I got
Hey,
this Jimmy John, dude, for the withdrawals. I was going on, yeah. I overdid it on I drank one of those drinks, bro, and it was very strong, and it made me it made me very uncomfortable. And then after that, like the next few days, I was smoking, I was having anxiety attacks and stuff like that, and then I quit, and I was having like the withdrawals of it. But like the last 2 days, dude, I've been fucking just peachy. So I'm like, I'm just gonna keep it for a little bit. You know, I got my brother's 21st coming up in 2 weeks in Vegas. Uh, oh, I haven't drank either. I haven't had any alcohol, but I will tomorrow for Fourth of July, or for I'm going to my sister's for the third. They're doing like a fireworks show out that way,
oh,
so
You're going with the
I'll have a little blue moon or two.
I was gonna say, are you taking like a tolerance break kind
Yeah.
of thing?
Well, I think with the weed, I'm gonna try to go as long as I can. I mean, I smoked like every day for 6 years. Probably owe my lungs a little bit of a break because it wasn't even like pens and stuff, dude. I was like ripping blunts and stuff like that. Like it was pretty hard on the lungs.
That's
really
good.
fat doinks in Amish country.
Yeah.
You want to know
Plus now I'm
something
just like gonna be.
is oh my bad. No, I was gonna say people may not think there's a withdrawals, but when I used to smoke weed, the biggest withdrawal is like my appetite. I couldn't eat. I was having trouble sleeping and stuff. That takes like a week, man. You know,
Yeah.
to get over that.
Yeah, the sleep and I got melatonin again. So I take melatonin at night. But the appetite I got back a few days ago, dude. Just went to I got employee of the month at work today, and
Oh,
so I went. So me and Kiana
congrats.
went. Thank you. Me and Kiana went to Outback Steakhouse, dude. I got a nice little 8-ounce sirloin with some mashed potatoes, some veggies, dude. Pounded that thing, dude. So it's like the appetite's coming back.
Did you get your ass on the saddle?
Yeah.
On the
There
side
was a
eating?
couple people though, dude. It's kind of funny all the birthdays and stuff. They get up on there and fucking they're all yeah, shit. It's funny.
That makes me happy, Dickie. I'm very proud of you. I want you to know that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I feel good. I feel good. I feel in tune with my senses again. You know.
I was about to tell you, I don't know what it was, but your skin's glowing. You know,
I think it's this fucking ring light behind me.
you're looking alive. You know.
Yeah. It's this fucking LED screen just staring me in the face right behind the. I have like the mount with like the. I'm using my girlfriend's like makeup ring light for a mount.
Right.
Watch,
I
let's see
can't.
it. Let's see
I
the
can't.
difference.
The one person that actually. Like, I can't imagine the one person that actually like tunes in and like, okay, let me listen to some baseball. They're just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
They're probably like, dude, they have lost the script. Not that I'm complaining. I love this conversation. I just think it's funny that someone is like, I wonder if they're going to talk about Clayton Kershaw. They're just like, what the fuck are you talking
That's
about?
why I
Like,
started with
all
that one.
Can I be honest? I could be wrong, but I like when a podcast, even if it's a sports podcast, you know, if they kind of talk about a variety of things, you know.
Bro, Jared got me on part of my take, and like they go on left field sometimes.
yeah,
My bad. I had to
shit.
kick my sister
No,
out
you're
real
good.
quick.
Yeah, so Jared got me on part of my take, dude, and like they be doing like they go on segments like on rants just have nothing to do with sports. So it's like I was like, dude, this is fucking hilarious. Like the Mount Rushmores that they do, where it's like it has nothing to do with it's like Mount Rushmores of words that start with M. It's just like it has nothing to do with sports. They're talking about like MILFs and stuff.
But not only that, I feel like your viewers would, you know, like to know more about your guys' personal life, maybe, you know, and all that good stuff.
No.
So, so that's good.
I'll tell them anything they want to know about me. I'm an open fucking book when it comes to that shit. So I've already talked about me shitting my pants during a baseball game one time. Like it's all the same for me.
Right.
Fuck. Jared, you got anything else?
Um, Gio, who's your favorite team? Who's your favorite baseball team in the NL East?
Bro, I don't know where the I don't
Who do you think is in the NL East? Just give me a baseball team. Don't you dare cheat.
bro,
Give me a team.
the NL East. You want to know what's bad? I can't even think of any teams right now. Is there a team in like fuck, bro. I'm gonna say Yankees. I don't know, bro.
That's the AL East. At the NL East, you have like your Phillies, your Mets, your Braves, Marlins, Nationals. It's all right though. I just wanted to see. Just wanted to see.
Right.
See where you fuck.
You got the right region.
Right. Say fucking like Washington, huh? I don't know.
You could, yeah, Washington. You
Oh,
would
the
have been.
Nationals. Oh,
Yeah,
you mean
you would.
like Washington, like above Oregon, Washington,
Yeah.
or Washington D.C.
Washington D.C.
There you go.
Is that the same thing?
Washington D.C. had the Nationals. They're the NL East. Yeah,
Oh,
some
okay.
exciting players.
Right.
But
Um,
that's all I had, Diggy.
No, you're good.
I was gonna say, quick, funny story, but just to show how much of a bad cousin I am, real quick. When Jared and Dickie went to the CIF finals, my whole family went, you know, and me being a scumbag, I decided to go work at Little Caesars for like 3 hours. Like, no, I can't make the CIF final game, bro. I'm sorry. And then I used to call off for like a lot of dumb shit too back in the day, but I couldn't call off for my cousin's CIF final game, you know.
You know, it was crazy. It was crazy because even Lowe went, Diggy. Lowe went, and even
For
he was.
real?
I don't know why Gio didn't come. He was like, I had to work Little Caesars, bro.
I had to work at Little Caesars because I'm such a important worker there. You know, I had to make the breadsticks.
essential employee.
God, that place fucking hated me.
Hey, you would give us the fucking pizza hookups though, G.
I would. That's the only thing I could hook up, honestly.
Hey, whenever we be rolling up to parties, you'll be like, I got the pizza, bro. I
Yeah.
got.
Don't worry.
Let me get my discount. Instead of paying $5, it's only $4. You know. Let me get my
There you go.
discount popping. You know.
Hey, if you worked like the closing shift and there was like leftover pizza, they just let you fucking take that, or did they throw it away?
No, they were strict, which I didn't understand why. Like, I was like, bro, you guys take this shit too serious. But like, for example, on Sundays, I used to like open, and they would get mad when I would sneak off like one of the old pizzas. Like, it's been in the fucking hot box for 45 minutes. Like, really? Like, come on now. You know. So yeah.
G, you know
Making the
what's crazy?
most.
G, you know what's crazy?
What's that?
Dickie's old job, they did the exact opposite.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro. He used to work at Spencer's Gifts, bro. He used to leave all the butt plugs.
I thought you were
He's-
like, I was like, did I tell you that? Because I thought you were like, because there was a job when I was at APU, my first 2 years, I worked on campus at like our convenience store. It was like a 7-Eleven. And our boss was like, hey, like, if you guys want to grab some snacks throughout your shift, like, I don't care. Like, I really don't care.
It's
And so I was
terrible.
back there with like 4 Mountain Dews and all the fucking like everything in there, dude. We would be taking and like I'm sure she meant like just the little things, dude. We were taking like the fucking turkey sandwiches and stuff in there.
Bro, like that's how it should be, but these I don't know why these fast food places are so stingy. They could literally give it out to like homeless people or something. The one place I did close at is when I worked at Starbucks, and the amount of food that we threw away is criminal. You know, it's like no way we're throwing away all this fucking food. And it's crazy. They wouldn't even let me take it either. But that's why I would give out like the cake pops for free to people. I'd be like, "You want a cake pop? I'll give you a cake pop." You
You want
know,
a cake pop? Like dangling it over a homeless person.
right?
You're like, do a magic trick for me.
I have a controversial take in this. We might have a podcast right after this statement, but I think that the reason why, and I kind of agree, why you just don't see these restaurants giving out the food like once the shift ends, and they're just like throw it away because they don't want all the bums basically just coming back to the store being
Just
like,
hanging
"You guys,
outside, bro.
you guys
They're
have the
like, hey,
fucking egg white?
fucking closing
Yeah,
time.
You guys have those egg whites? You just fucking give me those egg whites that you're gonna." It's like, oh god.
it's true. No, I agree. That's true. That's a valid point. I'm not gonna lie.
Because then, bro, if like the Starbucks that like wants to be super like, oh my gosh, we're gonna give away all our food, you would have the tweakers outside, like, give me the fucking cake pop, like, oh god, bro.
And you could clip this out if you want. This is more of my dark side coming out. But some of these homeless people are entitled. You know, have you ever been at like a McDonald's and the guy's there by the fucking drive-through menu and they're like, "Can you give me a McDouble?" And then you go to order it, make it a combo, yeah? Like
You make it
what
fucking
the fuck are
supersize my
you?
shit.
Yeah, can you make it a large too? Like, come on, bro.
Super sudden, bro. I
Oh
got like so Kiana she works out in Palm Springs and she stops at a gas station at Arco sometimes and like it's like all like dirt road back or whatever like on the 111, and so she like likes to wash her windshield with like the squeegees at the gas station, but the Arco out there. There's a homeless person that like hid all of them except for one, and he holds them, and he'll like walk up to cars, and he'll be like, "I'll wash your windshield for tips." It's like, bro, these are complimentary. Like, what the fuck do you put those back? Like, I'm not paying you.
there, there
Oh,
there's a guy outside my work, not outside my work, but the gas station right around the corner. The glass is like see through, so he'll be standing outside, like kind of where the register is, and he'll just be looking through the mirror, just like imagine you guys are checking out. This is him just it, like he's just and he'll be checking like if you paid with cash or not. So he'll come up to you after and be like, "Hey, can I get some change?" And you'll be like, "I know you fucking paid with cash. I know you did."
bro, I'm so bad with that shit. Where like I've literally been walking into Walmart and a homeless guy be like, "Hey, you got some cash?" And I'll be like, "Oh, bro, I'll get Cash App for you. Don't worry. I'll do cash back."
Yeah, they
I'll
all got
forget.
Zell now.
I'll forget and I'll straight walk past that fool like I didn't fucking say that. He'll be looking at me. I'm like, bro, my bad, brother. You know.
Oh, my
Next
camera
time.
freeze.
Yeah, it's a little frozen.
Fuck.
It's all right, Dickie.
Yeah, it's a good time to do it. All right, at the end.
Yeah, right. Home stretch, home stretch.
All right, Joe, you want to close this out?
Yeah, I got you. Hey, thank you, Gio, once again for coming and shooting the shit with us. Yeah, once again, this was more of a good vibes feel podcast. Even though we didn't get to talk too much about ball, we'll get back onto our regular scheduled programming next week when we get someone new in here. But Gio, once again, thank you for shooting up with me and Dickie. You can find Gio on Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff at I am Gio. Is it EOO or how many O's after that?
2 E's, 3 O's.
2 E's, 3 O's. G,
Right?
once thank you very much, Dickie. I'll see you again next time.
Yeah,
Peace out, boys.
appreciate you, Gio. Thank you.
Later, boys. Thank you.
Later, baby.